Welcome! My name is Alaric, and this is the Dearly Beloved YouTube channel, where we teach you how to get the tones you dream of into the real world. It's not that hard of a process. You just clap, dude. That's our number one goal, and it's not as difficult as you might think with some simple instruction, and we're going to lay it out over the next few videos, step by step, how to, whether that you wake up with an amazing idea and you want to like, bam, I got to run downstairs and get this done right now with the gear that you have, making that sound good enough to get the idea across. And then in more advanced levels, how to choose and select the amps, the guitars, the pedals, and the overall dialing of those different tools that we have at our disposal to be able to make this amp sound amazing for what you want to do. Make this amp sound amazing for what you want to do. Or if it's some cheap little $150 amp that's your first one that has a couple effects in, we're going to make you be able to get great tones right out the gate, so it's not going to stifle your creative process. That is the goal of this channel and why I love helping people find tones so much. Alright, first situation you could find yourself in that's very, very common. I think we've all been there, at least most of it has been playing a while, is going to a buddy's house to jam. Sometimes it's funner just to show up at your buddy's house with a guitar and get to work. Not have to worry about packing up all your amps, all your guitars, your pedals if you use them, or multi-effects processor. You know, hey, I got plenty of gear at my house, just bring your guitar and let's go. Okay? Well, sometimes you don't know the gear they have. They might have good gear, they might have okay gear, they might have very entry-level gear. So what is a way that you can get a sound that's familiar to you that you're going to go for, that's going to inspire you to write some sick riffs that night, have a fun jam, a quick way to dial in gear that might be uncomfortable or unfamiliar to you. You can always ask your friends that you're jamming with questions like, hey, what settings do you like? Well, luckily, we have any kind of sound I could want in this room, plus a whole huge board of pedals right here that we're going to quickly dial in something that's familiar to me. My buddy really likes punk stuff. It's not my thing, so a lot of his amps are kind of reflective of that type of tone, but pretty variety in the most part. So I'm going to find a sound that I can use really quickly on a EVH 5150, coming through an EVH 5150 cab. For the mics that we're using a Royer ribbon mic and then an SM57. Super easy, one on axis, one off axis. Alright, then we also have a pedal board down here. I'm going to be playing through a Keeley compressor, a Tumnus drive, a Caverns delay pedal, MXR 10-band EQ, and then into the head. Let's see what we can make happen that's familiar to me. Alright, and the guitar for today's show is a 72 thin line Telecaster. Fortunate enough to be able to have this sweet baby, so I always try to bring it with me on special occasions. This is kind of one of them, so here we go. Not bad. I think we want a little bit more mids, a little bit more in the lows, and a little bit more kind of chime on the highs. So I'm going to tweak the EQ just a little bit, turn it on, see where that gets us. Alright, got the pedal set. We're going to just kind of see how this sounds. So a little bit of breakup on the top end, but I'm okay with that. So we'll just rock it from there. If I want a little bit less, bring it down just a little bit. A little bit more chime on the top end, less breakup. I think that's a little bit better, so I'm just going to leave my volume just slightly down. It's going to be just right for this amp and a quick little dial session. Okay, now that I got the clean sound done, I want to kick on a little bit of gain, because it's my favorite. It's so my favorite. Yeah, nice and snappy, just what I'm looking for in a gain pedal. Even though I don't own that pedal, sounds great, does exactly what I want it to do at this point. So we'll roll with it. Alright, sounds a little bit dry, so I'm going to kick on a little bit of reverb, just to make it sound, got a little bit more spatial sense to it. A little bit cleaner on the clean tones, and it can add a lot to different drive overtones. So here that sounds a little bit of reverb. Now it doesn't sound so stale. There's just that little bit of afterthought. Reverb's pretty standard for everybody, but used wisely can really elevate your sound to the next level. We'll do more in-depth videos on that later. We're kind of really picking apart reverbs and what might be the right one for you for what you want to accomplish. But for now, we'll just keep going. Sounding pretty good. Now I know I'm going to want to do a little bit of fingerstyle stuff as well. So I got this sweet Keeley compressor on there. Keeley's by far my favorite, at least so far that I've come across. So I'm going to kick off the drive, kick on the Keeley, kind of see how it sits from where he had it sitting last time. I know I have humbuckers, and it is on humbucker mode. So the switch is in the down position in the middle of the knobs. Nice sustain, super clean, everything sounds nice and even. It's all you want from a compressor, right there, perfection in my opinion. So clean, that sounds a little bit stale. The compressor's kind of overpowering it a little bit. I'm going to kick back on the drive, see how it sounds after that. And we should be just about there. Noise gates help too. Not used to the Zamp at all. Not my thing, but we'll see if we can get a good tone that I like. Alright, and I would have no problem jamming on that all night with my buddy. Even though it's not my rig, all I had to do was bring a sweet freaking guitar. Would have worked with an okay guitar too, or whatever guitar you have. You're going to be able to find good tones at your buddy's house. That's what we'll be showing you over the next couple of videos. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. If you liked it, you know what to do. And if you want to be an extra special missionary, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and we'll spread that Dearly Beloved Church of Tone thing out there. You guys have a good one.